Tonight on Connecticut's news station, a potential heat wave incoming. How people across the state are flocking to the beaches this Labor Day weekend. Plus, a stolen car crashes after breaking into a police cruiser. What we know tonight in the investigation. And Waterbury police sending out a warning tonight of a new phone scam. We'll tell you what you need to know to protect yourself.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Carmen Chow. We begin with a weather watch tonight. We had another sunny day today, and if you thought today was warm, wait until you see the humid temperatures headed our way this week. Let's check in with meteorologist Ryan Breton. Ryan, how hot are we talking about here?
Well, Carmen, it's going to be some of the hottest air we've had in about 6 weeks. It was not a hot August, but the heat arriving for Labor Day weekend and the beginning of September. Today, the warmest spot in the state, Hartford, with a high temperature of 89 at Brainerd, Bradley and Windsor Locks, 88 degrees, Wallingford hitting 87, Meriden as well, and Chester with a high today of 86. It is still warm out there for 10 o'clock at night in early September. 72 in Hartford, 73 in New Haven. We're at 68 degrees in Torrington, and you've probably noticed over the last 24 hours the dew points have come up, meaning it's more humid. Dew points now in the mid to upper 60s, so it is very humid all across the state. Now tomorrow morning we may start out with a little bit of patchy fog in the valleys. I don't think it'll last long though. We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine through the day tomorrow, and it will be a warmer day. High temperatures a couple of degrees higher than they were today, getting into the upper 80s and low 90s in most of the state. Then it will be warm and muggy into tomorrow night as well. So a high temperature tomorrow of 91. Tomorrow night only dropping to 68. And then look at this. Heading back to work and school on Tuesday, mid-90s. We may tie the record in Hartford and maybe even a couple of degrees higher for Wednesday. A heat wave likely in inland locations. Along the shoreline, we may have some sea breezes. We'll talk more about that, how long the heat lasts, and a look at the tropics too, all coming up. Carmen?
Ryan, thank you. With the potential of a heat wave and the Labor Day holiday upon us, many people are flocking to the beach to cool off. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner joins us live in East Lyme, where she met some beachgoers at Rocky Neck Beach. DeAndrea?
Hi, Carmen. Well, these temperatures, beachgoers say they are a perfect way to end the summer, especially with fall right around the corner. With high temperatures and sunny days continuing in the forecast, the beach is the perfect destination for a lot of people this holiday weekend.
We figured we'd bring the kids down and enjoy the beach. You know, the water is really cold, so it's nice on a hot day like today.
For some, Labor Day beach days at Rocky Neck Beach are a tradition.
We've been together here for 10 years, coming to the same beach.
Soaking up the sun and making memories.
We have barbecue, we got a little grill, we got juice, drinks.
And some families make an entire weekend out of it.
We're actually camping here for the weekend. Been here since Friday and I'm having a blast.
As the final days of summer come to a close, beachgoers say the soaring temperatures are perfect for the last hurrah before the fall.
The summer's not over. It went too fast, and I think if we can get a couple more days of weather like this, at least I will appreciate it.
Well, having the last days of summer.
Now, with more people flocking to the beach tomorrow, Deep is warning you guys to be cautious by getting in the water because there will be less lifeguards on duty. And after tomorrow, there will be no lifeguards on duty at any state beach. In East Lyme, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we have some breaking news out of Manchester right now. Crews are working to put out a large fire after a tanker rolled over on I-84 East by exit 60. Here's a live look at the current scene from one of our traffic cameras. That fire still going strong, as you can see, and crews have cleared all of the traffic. But here's cell phone video sent into our newsroom by Tim Appleton, capturing the moment of all of the traffic chaos shortly after it happened. Now, luckily, no injuries are reported, but the highway is shut down starting at exit 59. Traffic is very heavy heading in that direction, so if you are planning to head that way, we suggest taking a detour until the scene is cleared. In East Hartford, officers were on the scene of Robert Street and Clement Road. Troopers responding just after 4:30 this morning to a report of a stolen car. People inside of that car were believed to be involved in breaking into a state police cruiser earlier. We are told nothing inside that cruiser was stolen. Troopers say the stolen car crashed in the area of exit 58 on I-84 in East Hartford, and the suspect ran away. A suspect has still not been found tonight. And Newington police are investigating a shooting that began as road rage between two cars. This happened around 11:30 p.m. yesterday by Cedar Street and Old Farm Drive. Police say someone inside a light gray early model Nissan Altima fired a gun which struck the other car. Luckily, no one was injured. Anyone with information or surveillance video are asked to call police. And we have an update on the 80-year-old man who barricaded himself in his Plainville home Friday night. The man, now identified as Philip Terriot, is in custody. Police said he was armed and fired about a dozen rounds into a TV inside a home in the area of Broad and Whiting Streets. Thankfully, no one was injured. His wife called police, and that is when a SWAT team arrived, shutting down the area. Terriot will be charged with unlawful discharge of a firearm and several other charges. Developing tonight in Hartford, authorities say a man is in the hospital after he was shot. Now they are trying to figure out where the shooting happened. Officers say the victim was dropped off at the hospital by a private car around 10:20 last night. If you know anything about the shooting, call police. Enfield police had Carroll and James Streets closed off shortly before 3 a.m. today for an ongoing investigation. Turns out police say they received a report of a person with a gun with concerns they may hurt themselves. The person was able to come out of their home safely with no injuries. Now to Hartford, where officials responded to a 3-car accident on Laurel Street this afternoon. Police say 5 adults and 1 child were brought to the hospital. 2 additional people had serious injuries. The cause of the accident remains under investigation. Police in Waterbury are warning people to be aware of a phone scam. Officers say the caller poses as a representative of the department. That caller is telling people they have legal issues such as missing jury duty or have an outstanding warrant. The scammer then asked people for money. In some cases, the number the scammer is calling from may be disguised on caller ID to make it seem like it's coming from police. Police want to be clear this person is not associated with Waterbury Police. For most Americans, Labor Day is a long weekend with a barbecue or a much-needed vacation. But the holiday has over 100 years of history honoring workers' contributions to America, along the way making big strides in higher pay and better working conditions. For some, it's a fight that still continues today. CB Cotton has that story.
Travelers passing through Dallas-Fort Worth Airport ahead of the Labor Day weekend were faced with a visible reminder of the reason for the holiday. American Airlines flight attendants authorized a strike just last week. The union says they haven't gotten a raise since before the pandemic.
We're all fighting corporate greed, record-setting revenues. Yet we are still here without a contract.
Labor Day became an official federal holiday in the late 19th century following a series of pivotal strikes by organized labor and workers' unions that brought key changes to how workers were treated.
A recognition of the kinds of rights that workers today generally enjoy, including the right to form unions and the right of those unions to provoke collective bargaining with their employers.
That fight for a better deal continues today across a wide range of industries as workers face a growing pay gap between themselves and industry leaders.
You can't make $21 billion in profits in half a year and expect members to take a mediocre contract.
Participation in organized labor has been on the decline for decades. More than a third of private sector workers belonged to a union in the 1950s. Today, that number is only at about 6%. Still, union members believe their efforts make a difference. A strike by Hollywood writers and actors has put a stop to major film productions for months. Even some household names have joined the picket lines.
This is going to be for the future of the unions. This is a union country. We have to take care of our people.
With strikes ongoing or looming in multiple industries, the labor and Labor Day is once again in the national spotlight. CB Cotton, Fox News.
We have much more coming up on Connecticut's news station. Florida